All 6 of the Royal Navy's state-of-the-art Type 45 destroyers are docked in Portsmouth. Meanwhile, 12 out of 13 Type 23 frigates are also moored in the city or at Devonport. HMS St Albans is the only Type 23 on duty as the fleet-ready escort, which protects waters around the UK. And it emerged this week Britain's biggest warship, HMS Queen Elizabeth, has sprung a leak. It brings a humiliating end to what was hailed as the Year of the Navy by the Ministry of Defence back in January. Getty. Royal Navy Vladimir Putin will be laughing at Britain as the fleet sits in port. The US and UK have met up off the coast of Scotland to engage in a massive display of military might. The aircraft carrier USS George H.W. Bush has joined HMS Queen Elizabeth, laden with fighter jets and helicopters. Reuters. US Navy FA-18E and FA-18F Super Hornets fly in formation above the Royal Navy aircraft carrier HMS Queen Elizabeth. The hollowing out is very damaging, and in the Navy's case it has an impact on our ability. Admiral Lord West Navy chiefs have claimed the lack of British sea power around the world is down to a lack of money being spent on defence. Britain's former Defence Secretary Sir Michael Fallon began the year with the message 2017 is the start of a new era of maritime power, projecting Britain's influence globally and delivering security at home. Tensions with Russia and the threat of war between North Korea and the US have put the world on the knife edge. And there are fears Britain is not prepared for the outbreak of war. Getty warships. 12 of Britain's 13 Type 23 frigates have returned to Port Getty. HMS Queen Elizabeth, Britain's biggest warship, sprung a leak this week. Vice Admiral John McAnally, National President of the Royal Naval Association, told The Times the lack of ships abroad shows the fleet is too small. He said, "I am distressed and alarmed. I do not see that it is easily remedied. The only answer is an increase in the defence budget. It is too small to meet what government want the armed forces to do." As the largest warship in British history undertakes final checks before embarking on its maiden voyage, we take a look on board the HMS Queen Elizabeth aircraft carrier. PA Commander Air Mark Della makes final preparations in the flight control tower ahead of sea trials this summer. 8,000-ton destroyers Daring, Dauntless, Dragon, Duncan, Diamond, and Defender are all moored in Portsmouth. The ships have been pulled off duty for a combination of maintenance, lack of manpower and equipment failures. It comes as a lone Royal Navy vessel had to intercept 2 Russian warships off the coast of Britain last month. Getty destroyer. Britain's 6 Type 45s have all been moored up together in Portsmouth. Former First Sea Lord Admiral Lord West told the Mirror there has been hollowing out of defence, and in the Navy's case this means that there is not enough training, there aren't enough spares. The work that needs to be done on the 45s hasn't been started on any of them yet. There are insufficient people to man various ships. The hollowing out is very damaging, and in the Navy's case it has an impact on our ability. The Royal Navy hero previously told Daily Star Online Britain needs more warships to cope with the growing uncertainty in the world. A Type 45 destroyer HMS Dragon patrols the eastern Mediterranean as the ship's Mk-8 Lynx helicopter undertakes a flare firing of all of its 60 infrared countermeasure flares as part of a day-into-night flying exercise. This amazing photo shows HMS Dragon and the chopper set against a spectacular sunset. PA. A spokeswoman said the Royal Navy is deployed globally on operations and will be protecting our national interests throughout Christmas and New Year. She added there will be 13 ships and submarines deployed away and in home waters, as well as the at-sea nuclear deterrent. Britain's 2 new aircraft carriers HMS Queen Elizabeth and HMS Prince of Wales are not due to enter service for a number of years, while the UK's largest ship in service, HMS Ocean, is due to be decommissioned in March after arriving home yesterday in Devonport. Related